Hi, welcome to my fall decorate with me. We are going to start with my coffee bar today, but before we get started on decorating, I love to make my whole house smell like fall. I'm going to use this essential oil here. It is a pumpkin. I got it off Amazon, and I'm going to light a pumpkin candle that I got at Hobby Lobby. It's called Butterly Pumpkin. It is my fall scent. I absolutely love this scent. And they came out with these candles that kind of look like pumpkins, and they have wood wicks, and you'll see here, and they have that crackling effect when you're lighting it. It's just so magical. Making it smell like fall really helps me start to get in the mood to decorate for fall. Here is everything that I'm kind of working with. I color coordinated everything, as you can see, because I really didn't know what I was going to do this year. I have so many options and I had no idea what I wanted to do. But here is the coffee bar, kind of empty. I have a few little things that I always pretty much have on this coffee bar that I'm going to keep, but I cleaned everything else off. I thought would look really nice is neutral tones to play off of my blue that I have, as well as the colors that I already had on this coffee bar. So I started off with this cutting board that I got at Ross. It says Harvest Blessing, and I thought it would give a great contrast with the white dishes. I actually got this a few years ago, but I always see cutting boards at Ross like this. When you're decorating, you want to have different things that vary in sizes. Cutting boards, candlesticks, vases, you can stack glassware, having plates and bowls. All of those things will give you different heights, and it is very pleasing to the eye to be able to have those different levels so that your eye isn't just resting on one object, and yet your eye kind of glances at all the different heights. That also works with colors. So when you're thinking of complementary colors, things that go together, you want things that can play off of one another so that when you look at the vase, it doesn't just blend in with the wall, because you'll see that I use a lot of light colors, and so these wood tones help everything really pop. And so when I'm shopping and looking for the items that I want to use in my home, I try to look for things that I absolutely love, but in different ways. So you'll see I have the wooden pumpkin from Ross, the wooden cutting board, the wooden candlestick, and soon you'll see the wooden bowls, and both are from TJ Maxx. These wood tones I know that will pop against the white dishes that I love. I got my white dishes. The bowls are from TJ Maxx. The plates, the larger plates are from Walmart. The smaller plates are from Kirkland's. I also got this cake stand from TJ Maxx, and the vase I got from Hobby Lobby this year. So then next, it's all about placement. You want your items to be placed on your shelf so that there is varying degrees, but nothing is from tall to really small. You don't want like a cliff for the eye. You don't want anything to drop. You want it to be a slow transition for the eye and very pleasing. And so when you're styling your shelf, you want to kind of look at, are any of your objects the same height? If they are, get them away from each other and put them on opposite sides of the shelf, because then it will bring a very nice balance. Then if you have anything that needs more height, a trick to that is to use coasters. They're inexpensive, and then I can actually choose how tall I want something, and then I just hide it with greenery. Now, if you're working with 2 shelves or more than 2 shelves, like I am here, you want to have things that are on both shelves, and so that's why I like to use these corbels or candlesticks. And if I'm using something that's in a kitchen, I will definitely use plates and bowls that are similar on both of the shelves. And then you can use vases. So I have a more creamy vase, and then this one is more white, and you can't really see it on camera, but it does have a lot of texture to it in person. But the shape of the 2 vases are very similar, but they do have their differences. And putting them on either side of the shelf will bring symmetry and a cohesive look to your shelves. So I am trying to balance both of my shelves so that they both have a good amount of wood tones. And because that is my theme, I decided that fall this year is going to be a lot of wood tones with the creamy whites and pops of the traditional colors of orange and red. You'll see me here changing out this cutting board because I was struggling a lot with the cutting board that said Harvest Blessing, only because I so desperately wanted to be able to see the writing, and I thought it would be silly to have such a beautiful piece covered by these bowls. But the way I tried to balance the shelf, I needed something that I could cover with the plates and bowls, and so I decided to go ahead and use this round cutting board that I purchased at TJ Maxx. And then this Hello Fall, I think I got it on clearance, probably at TJ Maxx or Ross. It was last year on clearance. And never be afraid to decorate and redecorate, because sometimes things will look really nice and then you'll go to work on the second shelf and you'll see that both of your shelves are just not getting balanced. Never be afraid of trying. And so you'll see that I try a lot of different things, and I will step back, I'll look at it, I'll analyze, and I'll say, I think I have this somewhere else around my house, and I literally will shop around my house and see what I have. I wanted to try so bad to add the blue this year to my coffee bar, but I realized that it was okay to have the coffee machine a different color than everything else, because I wanted to stick to the traditional colors even here on this coffee bar. You'll see me try a lot I keep trying to use this blue tone, but I eventually give up and let go of the blue tones and stick to the more traditional colors for fall. I purchased these pumpkins that you see me using here. It says Grateful at Hobby Lobby. Yeah, at Hobby Lobby. And then I have this beautiful orange pumpkin. I'm pretty sure I got that a few years ago at Joann's. I end up using this pumpkin that I got at the dollar store, and I absolutely loved these pumpkins. I thought they were one of the best finds at the dollar store this year. They are these beautiful cream colored pumpkins with leaves that are engraved with gold on the top. Here is my finished shelf number 1, and once I kind of finalized this shelf, I felt like I could really move on to back to that second shelf. And you'll see that I struggle with that second shelf too, because I wanted so badly, like I said, to keep that blue tone in, and I decided at the end that I just need to let it go. And I really enjoyed seeing more of the wood tones and the creams and the oranges. And so taking the blue off of the shelf, sometimes I get stuck in my head that I have to match, and I have to let that go, because if I would have left these blues up, I think I really would have been disappointed in my coffee bar this year. I think taking that down and just letting it be exactly this beautiful balance of the light neutrals, I absolutely loved the finished product, and I hope you do too. You may notice that I'm decorating tonight. I usually try to film during the day because there's so much better lighting in my house, but to this time I started at night because I knew that I needed to be focused. I wanted to be able to play with this coffee bar as long as it took to get it right. And if you are struggling with decorating because of everything going on in the world, and you're just having a hard time bringing that joy into your home, I just want to encourage you that it's okay to find the joy in the small things. And definitely found a little joy and a little peace in this coffee bar. And so I hope that you find that today. It's kind of funny because I almost dropped that sign, and that was a sign for me to realize I needed to get rid of that thing. I just needed to take it down and let it go. I also wanted to say thanks today for clicking on this video. It means so much to me for you to take your time and really see what I have to say and what I'm doing. And so I just appreciate it so much that you decided to click on this video, and you've made it so far 10 minutes in, 6 more to go. And if you're new to my channel, I am a stay-at-home mom with 5 beautiful children. I homeschool them, and I spend a lot of time in my home. And so making it beautiful for not only for them, but for me, really helps set just a tone of peace in my home. And I know that my children really enjoy when I change out everything for the season. One of my kiddos was telling me that he is so excited for fall. Another kiddo was so excited about all the pumpkins that I put out that he seriously sat with my pumpkin pillows and snuggled them all day. And they really enjoy the changing of the seasons, because I live in a place where the trees don't necessarily change and the weather doesn't get that much colder, but our home definitely will scream fall. And if you're returning, I also want to say thank you so much for clicking on this video. It means so much to me that you are supporting this channel. Now back to the decorating. I have placed this blessed wooden plate charger that I got at Hobby Lobby. I got it a couple years ago, but they still have it. And I have these wooden candlesticks that you saw on the other shelf that I replaced for a more white and wood toned. I also got those at TJ Maxx. On this shelf, I love to have this cake stand. I don't know why, I just always keep it up here and decorate with it. But I got the cake stand at TJ Maxx. And I also got this pumpkin that I'm placing inside of it at Hobby Lobby. Now, when it comes to the vase, I have no idea where I got that, but the greenery inside of it is from the Target Dollar Spot from last year. And these little small pumpkins that you see me placing around, I got them in a set of 3 at Hobby Lobby. So after messing with this area for a while, I just kept thinking that something was missing. So you'll see that I place this wreath here. I end up taking it down and not liking it because I felt like it was too much. It just felt cluttered over there. But I also felt like it was empty on top, and I couldn't figure out what I wanted back there. And I ended up getting another cutting board. I love collecting cutting boards from TJ Maxx. I love finding different shapes and different tones of wood. And you'll see I just place it up there. And here is the finished shelf on the top. I absolutely enjoyed making this video and putting this together, and I hope that you love the finished product that I ended up with. And this is pretty much how I'm going to be decorating my entire house. I start with the coffee bar because it's my favorite spot to decorate, and it really gets me set in the mood to decorate the rest of my house. After seeing how nice this came out, I wasn't so intimidated by how much fall there was, because those were just the pumpkins that you've seen. I had also 3 totes worth of more pumpkins and other things. I love fall. Fall, I love it most of all. And so I have a lot of fall stuff, and so I can get overwhelmed by the choices, because fall, you could go purple, you could go blue, you could go orange, you could go yellow. I mean, there's so many different options. You could go neutral. And so I really felt overwhelmed by the selection this year because I was so excited. Now, it's actually really funny right here. I am cleaning this coffee bar. I slowed it down for you because I accidentally sprayed the cleaner into my coffee, and I just shake my head because why? Why am I cleaning this while I'm making coffee? I try again. So I actually make my coffee when I want a cold brew. I make the coffee the night before, and I found these wonderful lids at Walmart, and they don't rust out. They're plastic, but it actually keeps it really sealed, and so the coffee is so fresh and ready for the morning. And so I just make 2 10 cups of coffee ready for my morning, and I love having different types of cups available for when I have guests over, that they can have coffee and they can feel like they can take their coffee home if they want. And so I try to have a selection of coffee cups, and I actually got these at Target almost 3 years ago, and I saved them in Ziploc bags. You'll see I lit this candle and placed it over here, and when you see the finished product today, you'll actually see that I changed out my coffee bar sign. I made it with my Cricut, and it was pretty simple. I also made that little coffee sign. And so here is the entire finished product, everything all together at daytime when it's nice, sunny, and bright. And I hope that you enjoyed this fall coffee bar, and I hope that you have a wonderful rest of your day. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.